So I was at a used bookstore the other day, and I came across this book called The Great Short Games of the Chess Masters. It's an old book, published first in like 1961. But I came across a game in here that featured a king hunt that is so incredible. Like, you will not believe what the white king was able to accomplish in this game. I couldn't believe that I'd never seen this game before. It is the greatest king hunt I have ever seen. I felt compelled to share it with you. The best way for me is to just show you. So I guess just sit back, relax, and prepare to be amazed at what this white king is going to do in this game. All right, here we go. White plays e4, e5, knight c3, bishop c5, and right here, white makes a questionable decision. They played knight a4. By the way, I'm not putting the eval bar on. I want you to just appreciate this game without the influence of the engine. They play knight a4, which violates the principle. You're removing the same piece twice in an opening, and you're putting your knight on the edge of the board. And black actually finds a nice way to take advantage of this by sacrificing their bishop to immediately launch an attack on the white king. White takes, and the queen comes to h4 with check. Now, normally when somebody checks you with the queen here, the best response is going to be to block that with the g-pawn if you can. What do you guys notice about this position if we do that here? Hopefully you said queen takes e4. It attacks the knight, and it attacks the rook. A nice little fork there, and white's going to have to choose which piece to give up. Stockfish recommends some crazy line of like playing queen e2, letting them take the rook, and going on some sort of counterattack, and it gets kind of weird. But white didn't want to deal with that, and so they played king to e3. And here we can start to see where this king is going. Queen to f4 check. Of course, if you go back, you're just going to walk into this fork, so that doesn't really help you. So the only place to go is king to d3. Black plays a very nice move here, d5, which lets out the bishop, and at the same time attacks these squares, threatening to simply take here with the queen. White, of course, doesn't want to take because you've got your knight hanging there. Also, queen d4 looks pretty scary as well. Maybe you're walking into some bishop stuff. So they decide, no, we got to run. So they go here. Black takes the pawn, and you will notice the queen is attacking the knight over here. White decides, you know what? King b3. So far, the king has gone like this and then just kind of walked over here. Trust me, we haven't even gotten close to the good part yet, so just hang in there. All right, so black wants to continue the attack. You can't go here because the bishop. So they decide to bring in another piece, knight to a6. Now, what is the threat of knight to a6? That's correct. Queen to b4 is checkmate. So if white is not paying attention, this is what black is going to do. Queen b4 checkmate, the game is over. So I think white plays a pretty nice move here, a3. And it's very logical. You're stopping the checkmate by controlling that square, and you're giving your king a place to run to so you can hopefully get away from the attack, right? It makes a lot of sense, but I don't think they were expecting black's next move. What do you think black played in this position? That is correct. Queen takes a4. Check. Now, you could run if you really want to, but you just lost your knight for free. So you're going to be in a bad position anyway. So white decides, well, I'll just take the queen. I mean, why not? King already took a bishop. Now it's taking a queen. What could go wrong, right? Well, how about this? Knight to c5 check. Now, if you're playing in this position as white, you have 1, 2, 3 options. Which move would you play? All right, if you had a chance to look at that, hopefully you didn't pick king a5. This is the losing move because black will simply go check, attacking your king. You can go here. They will go knight to e7, stopping the king here and controlling this. You could try to run. It doesn't help you. a5 check, d4 check, and checkmate with the bishop. Now, that's not the only variation. There are some other lines, but they all lead to checkmate if you would have chosen king to a5, okay? King a5 loses. King b5 and king b4 are roughly the same, I think, and they generally will transpose. And so in the game, white played king b4. You will notice they are attacking the knight. Did black save the knight? No, of course not, because black is like, I don't care about my pieces. I'm going to checkmate this king one way or another. They play a5. And so, of course, the white king is like, well, thank you very much. So let's just recap. The king has taken the bishop over here. The king walked like this, took the queen on a4, and now we're taking a knight. Okay, what does black do? Knight to e7, controlling this and threatening some very nasty checkmates. So for example, if white is like, yeah, I'm fine, I'm not worried about it, and they just simply play like a developing move, black is going to win the game. Do you guys see how? That's correct. b6 check. And if you look carefully, the king actually can't go backwards because all the pawns. This is now defended by the knight. This is control. So the only move is here. And then this is just checkmate. That is just checkmate. So that's the threat. And if white is not careful, that's what's going to happen. So there's only one way to save themselves. What's the move for white? That's correct. It is bishop to b5 check. You're preventing the bishop from going there, and you're not giving black time to put you in check because you put them in check. Okay, black says, I don't care. I'll just move. No big deal. What do you do now? White to play. Only one move saves the game for white here. All right, if you had a chance to look at that, it's bishop to c6. If you don't play this move and you play anything else, like let's say you try to bring your queen into the game or something, there's going to be check with the pawn. And actually, that's just checkmate. Now that I'm looking at it, that's just checkmate. So that's kind of the big threat. And there's just like no moves for white except this one, bishop c6. Okay. Black, well, what do you think black plays? Let me ask you guys. They play b6 check. And the reason that they don't take the bishop is because if you take with the knight, the king is going to be able to take this pawn, and now you have places to escape. If you take this way, white can simply do something like knight f3, and you could try to go here with the sneaky checkmate. But if white's paying attention, they're just going to simply play something like a4, controlling that square. And it turns out black doesn't really have a good follow-up. Okay, and white's going to be able to win. So black plays the correct move, b6, not even taking the bishop. All right, king moves. This was the only legal move, king b5. What do you think black plays next? Well, they finally decide, okay, it's time to capture this. Now, I guess you could consider check, but then the king runs. And if you take it now, the king is actually going to try to escape. And if you say, no, I'm not going to let you with the check, the king is going to run here. And it turns out it's going to play d3 and get away. And you actually have nothing to do. The check here fails because they simply take your bishop. And again, there's lots of escape routes for the king now. So all that to say, black did have to take this. Okay, white to play. What do you do now? Well, the king actually takes another piece. King takes c6. So let's just recap this, guys. The king has taken the bishop. It's taken the queen. It's taken the other knight. And now it's taking this knight. It is literally taking like all of black's pieces. And by the way, if you don't take it and you do some other random move, like you try to bring your queen into the game, the knight is going to d4 check. And then when you move, b5 is checkmate with a pawn. And if you think, well, what if I would have played like c3 to stop that? They're going to go there anyway. And then this is checkmate. Look at this. What is happening? What is happening? All the squares are covered by like the pawns. It's incredible. Okay, so you do have to take it. All right, king takes it. Here, black plays an incredible move. If you would like to pause, what's the move for black? Bishop to b7 check. This guy is like, look, take my bishop, take my queen, take my knight, take my knight, take my other bishop. Should the king do it? You only have two moves. You either take the bishop or you go back. What do you do? The correct answer is you cannot take the bishop. If you take the bishop, you are getting checkmated. If you would like to pause again, how can black checkmate the king? That's correct. You simply move your king up. And this rook is coming over here and you cannot stop it. Yes, there's a random check. You just move. The rook is still coming over here. Only thing white can do is sacrifice their queen. And after any move, the game is going to end with the two rooks over here. This is, I mean, let's just think about what happened for a second here. The king took the bishop, took the queen, took the bishop, took the bishop, the queen, both knights, then the bishop, and then gets checkmated by the two rooks. That is incredible. Now, this didn't happen. This is what could have happened. But let's not forget, this white king somehow is like a genius. So they take all the pieces, except now they're like, no, I see what's happening. I'm not taking it. I'm going back here. King b5. Okay, what does black play now? Bishop to a6 check, continuing to hunt the king. Now, again, the king has an option. You either go to a4 or you go to c6. Which one do you choose? Be careful. Well, hopefully you said you have to go to c6. If you would have went to a4, which looks like the better option, getting away from the pieces, bishop c4 traps the king. And guess what? b5 is coming next move. You're welcome to try to find a move for white, but there is no move that stops checkmate. You have no checks. You have nothing you can do productive with your queen. Any move leads to checkmate the next move. So all that to say, the king has to go to c6, which is what they do. And black actually does not have a good move to continue hunting the king except bishop b7 check. And so the game actually ends as a draw from threefold repetition because they just go back and forth and nobody has anything better that they can do. This is absolutely insane. Like, can I just remind you guys how we ended up here? They sacrificed the bishop to lure the king out, launch this incredible attack. They sack the queen. The knight comes in. They give up the knight. The king, there's like no way this knight's going to survive. This king's going to survive, right? They sacrifice the bishop. This happened. And we end in a draw? I mean, what? This is crazy. You know what's funny? I looked on the Lead Chess database for this position. This exact game has been played like a handful of times. It's actually been played. These exact moves have been played on Lead Chess. It is incredible. And the game's ended in a draw just like this. This is one of the coolest games I've seen in a while. I hope you guys are smiling right now and can appreciate this white king and what has happened here. Please let me know in the comments what you think. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Stay sharp. Play smart. Take care.